Good morning, beautiful, blessed family. This is a confirmation short. I'll be coming on later on to do a live, but I wanted you to understand something. If anyone's going to be living under a rock, it's me. So if I have this information, that means the Lord has led me to share something with you that's very important. The USA is not a safe place to be right now, and I'm sure you have come to that conclusion. I'm not too sure exactly for those of you who have to go there for work or whatever else, but the US is not a safe place for anyone to be, even citizens of any color. The US has recently, I guess, had a cell phone outage of some kind, and that people were panicking. But what they're understanding is that with the panicking that was happening with the cell phones, imagine what would happen if China did what they are threatening to do and everything was down. I really do believe, based on what the Lord is showing me, that this thing with China is going to be the thing that's going to usher in the 3 days of darkness. Now, the Lord is not sleeping. He foreknew this. He also has a plan. What the enemy meant for evil, the Lord will use it for our good. Okay, so the Lord is doing something. He hasn't confirmed for me exactly how it's going to look, but I know for sure that he has, like I said, his 144,000 that he'll be using for the harvest of souls. But in relations to preparing for the 3 days of darkness that's going to happen, just know you have to be thinking outside the box. There are emergency preparedness websites for every country. If you Google your country, I don't care if it's an island, I don't care if it's a continent, I don't care if it's where you are on the globe, there is a website for where you are that will tell you what you can do and access to prepare for an emergency right now. You have to be thinking about layers for keeping warm. You got to be thinking about disposing of waste. You got to be thinking about keeping things clean. You got to be thinking about food. You got to be thinking about water. Those things are very important. And you got to be thinking about communicating with your loved ones if the cell phone should go down. Also think about your pets and your children. Remember, children and pets, for whatever reason, are much more in tune with things that are wrong than we are. So that's a couple things I'm going to be touching on. So when I come back on after I finish working out, we're going to talk about that. If you have any questions, please keep those in mind and bring them to the table when we talk, because this is so crucial. We're at a very crucial junction in the transition to the end of the age. Okay, guys, until later, be blessed.